It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall.
Alright, to get started here, we're going to pop off this upper console here. I think it's 6 or so 10mm bolts. Pop off the cap for the brake reservoir. And we'll get this out of the way and pull out this loom here, and that'll allow us to get the engine cover off so we can get at the coils. Once you get the bolts off for the cabin filter cover, it just lifts off. Then we have the tray to take off. So my car has the factory alarm. It's easy if you use a pick to pop this connector off. And then there's one on this side as well. It's hard to see, it's a little dark. This guy you actually twist, it comes off. And then we have a couple of connectors that hold the wire in place, and those can be pulled off as well. Set these wires out of the way. We got a couple of bolts that hold the tray in place. There's one right here, one on the other side. Once you get the 2 bolts off inside of the tray, this loom gets pulled out from the front of it. It's unclipped. And then there's a wiring harness in here that has to get unclipped as well, and then we can lift the tray out. Alright, so we got the tray out, so now we can actually take the engine cover off. There's a couple Allen head bolts in the front here, one in the back, and one on the side down here that you can't really see. So once we get those off, we can take the engine cover off and start replacing the coils. Alright guys, so I got the cover off here. You can see the coils now. Number 1 is in the front, right here. My misfire was on number 3, so I'm gonna replace 5 of these, as I've already replaced 1. The 5 that I haven't replaced are the original Bosch coils. I think I already replaced number 5 on here. So if it's got the steel body, that's the newer Delphi coil. So I'll leave that one alone. But to start taking these out, it's pretty simple. You lift the connector here, pull the connector off, and lift it up. Sometimes it's easier if you stick a screwdriver or a socket extension through there and lift it up, so we'll try that. So I got a socket extension here. I'm going to stick through here and use to lift up on. There we go. So this is the original Bosch coil. You can see it's got the all black body. I'll show you what the Bosch or the Delphis look like here in a second. Alright, here you can see the new Delphi on the left with the aluminum or steel body, and then this is the original Bosch right here on the right. It's all black plastic. So we're going to start swapping these out. Also, just a tip for the new Delphi coils. Some people say they don't seat as far down into the head as the factory Bosch, but you can actually slide the seal down a little bit to get a nice tight seal. It won't be that much, but somewhere in there. To reinstall, it's pretty simple. Just push this down into the head, slide the electrical connector in, and close the lock, and that's it. And we'll just repeat this on the 5 other bad coils. Alright, there we go. So I have all 5 of the old Bosch coils swapped out with the new Delphis. I tossed the number 3 coil because we knew that one was bad, and I kept the other 4 just for troubleshooting any misfires or ignition issues going forward. This car does have a MHD Stage 1 tune on it, but beyond that it is bone stock down to the air filter. So we'll keep those around just in case, but otherwise we just reverse what we did, put the covers back on, and we should be done.